Okay, guys, I hope the screen is visible to everyone. If not, please let me know. Good evening, everyone who is watching us right now, everyone. So let's start the session now. Oh, Jai Hind, Jai Hind. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. So good evening to everyone who is watching us right now. I welcome all of you to another session of SSB क्रैक एग्जाम. आप सभी लोगों का स्वागत है. अभी हम कर रहे हैं एफकैट 1 2023 का क्लास. इंग्लिश शुरू हो चुका है और हम लोग करने वाले हैं इडियम्स एंड फ्रेजेस के एमसीक्यूज. क्लास 4 आज चल रहा है. वी हैव ऑलरेडी कवर्ड क्लास 1 2 एंड 3. सो आज है चौथा क्लास. ठीक है, गाइस. तो आज हम लोग इडियम्स और फ्रेजेस के न्यू एक्सप्रेशंस को पढ़ेंगे कि कौन कौन से होते हैं. विल बी प्रैक्टिसिंग सम क्वेश्चन व्हिच विल एड ऑल ऑफ यू व्हेन इट कम्स टू एग्जाम. ठीक है, तो विदाउट फर्दर अडू हम लोग जल्दी से शुरू करेंगे. सबसे पहले हम लोग देखेंगे आज का टाइम टेबल. सो आज है 3 पहला जो आपका क्लास होता है वो 9 बजे होता है विद दिव्यांशु सर, जिसमें हम लोग करते हैं डेली डिफेंस अपडेट. आप लोगों को सुबह ही मिल जाती है. साइमल्टेनियसली एसएसबी इंटरव्यू लाइव क्लासेस दृष्टि मैम अनुराधा मैम के साथ. उसके बाद हम एफकैट के स्लॉट की बात करें तो आप लोगों की रीजनिंग की क्लास 2:30 बजे शुरू हो जाती है विद दृष्टि मैम. ठीक है. उसके बाद उसमें आपने डायरेक्शन एंड डिस्टेंसेस करा. उसके बाद एट 4 वी हैड सत्यम सर्स क्लास ऑफ मैथ्स नंबर सिस्टम क्लास 2. एंड फॉलोड बाय दैट अभी ऑलरेडी इंग्लिश का क्लास शुरू हो चुका है. ठीक है, इडियम्स और फ्रेजेस का क्लास 4 है. उसके बाद आप लोगों का 7 बजे क्या होगा, दिव्यांशु सर का क्लास होगा जो होगा स्टैटिक जीके. ठीक है, जो आपका होगा क्लास 24. सो ये तो रही आपके टाइम टेबल की बात, आपका जो बेसिकली शेड्यूल होता है. नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द टॉपिक ऑल टुगेदर. व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट इडियम्स एंड फ्रेजेस, तो इडियम्स और फ्रेजेस जो एफकैट में आते हैं कंपेरेटिवली दे आर इजियर. अभी इजियर है इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि प्रिपरेशन नहीं करेंगे, बिकॉज क्वेश्चंस आपको यूजुअली 3 to 5 या 6 तक मैक्स आ सकते हैं इस टॉपिक से. ठीक. राइट गाइस. ओके. सो वी कैन सी 3 to 4 क्वेश्चंस आपको हर साल इस टॉपिक से आ रहे हैं. इट्स एन इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक ऑल टुगेदर. काफी इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक भी होता है व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट इडियम्स एंड फ्रेजेस. एंड द क्वेश्चंस दे वेरी फ्रॉम मॉडरेट, सॉरी नॉट मॉडरेट, बेसिक टू मीडियम एडवांस, सॉरी मीडियम लेवल ऑफ डिफिकल्टी. ठीक है. उसके बाद आपको जब हम इडियम्स और फ्रेजेस की बात करते हैं, इफ यू आर समवन हु आर वेल वर्स्ड, है ना, तो ये टॉपिक काफी ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग हो सकता है. तो इजी भी होता है थोड़ा लर्न करने में कंपेरेटिवली और टॉपिक से. तो ये आपको हेल्प करता है. और टॉपिक्स में भी इफ आई टॉक अबाउट क्लोज टेस्ट क्वेश्चन आपको जो आ जाते हैं उसमें काफी बार ऐसे एक्सप्रेशंस पूछ लिए जाते हैं राइट अमॉन्ग्स द ऑप्शन, या फिर इफ आई टॉक अबाउट फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स. राइट. सो इट्स बेटर आप अभी से ही उसकी तैयारी करके चलो. गुड इवनिंग, गुड इवनिंग. ठीक है. So you just need to know clear meaning of the idioms and phrases in a sentence if you want to do well. ठीक है. सो क्वेश्चन डिफरेंट तरीके से आ सकता है. हम लोग इस तरीके से कुछ एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं. गिवन बिलो आर idioms and phrases followed by 4 alternatives, they will basically give you any idiom or any kind of phrase that they have. उसके बाद you just have to tell the meaning out of the options. Okay guys. So चलो अभी जल्दी से शुरुआत करते हैं. All the best to all of you. Let's practice some different sets of question today. शुरुआत करते हैं. ठीक. 1 मिनट. हम्म. Okay guys, so let's start with the first. Hmm. Heads will roll. When do we use it? Transfers will take place. Heads will be cut off. People will die or dismissals will occur. Hmm. Okay. Okay, guys. So when I talk about this expression right here, which is heads will roll, it's a term related to the time of punishment. ठीक है? During French Revolution, when a lot of people were basically punished, उनको behead किया जाता था. ठीक है? And they would roll their head. ठीक है? So it is a term which is actually all in all related to punishments. And when people can expect कि कुछ उनको dismiss किया जाएगा और some form of torture would be done क्योंकि उन्होंने कुछ गलत किया है. So out of these option, your answer can be dismissals will occur. तो ये आपका आंसर हो सकता है out of these ऑप्शंस. ठीक है, तो पीपल विल डाई, हेड्स विल बी कट ऑफ, ट्रांसफर विल टेक प्लेस आर नॉट द एग्जैक्ट आंसर. इसका आंसर होता है डिसमिसल्स विल अकर. एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. इन द ब्लूज, abroad, unwell, depressed or penniless. Yes, guys, because see, if I say that I'm feeling a little blue, so it's a word which is usually related to not obviously abroad, overseas, yeah, being unwell. It's just related to you're just feeling really low, you're feeling really depressed. And again, penniless नहीं बोल सकते because penniless means you have no money ना, so वो भी नहीं हो सकता इसका आंसर. So the answer would be C. ठीक, that you are feeling depressed. So absolutely correct. C हो जाएगा इसका आंसर. The seventh heaven, a positive point of something, a state of perfect bliss, an outcome of something, or a dangerous situation. सेवेंथ हेवन का मतलब ये होता है कि समथिंग इज लाइक वी से आई एम ऑन द सेवेंथ क्लाउड, राइट? So that means you are feeling complete, like you're feeling really happy or you are in a state of perfect bliss, है ना? So it's not really related to आप positive हो, आउटकम हो रहा है या डेंजरस तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं हो सकता. यू जस्ट बीइंग रियली हैप्पी और यू आर जस्ट इन अ स्टेट ऑफ कंप्लीट ब्लिस, बहुत ही जॉयस फील कर रहे हैं. सो यस, सेवेंथ हेवन भी वही है. एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. नेक्स्ट पे चलते. ड्रॉ ऑन वंस फैंसी, यूज वंस अंडरस्टैंडिंग, यूज वंस नॉलेज, यूज वंस इमेजिनेशन और यूज वंस स्किल. ड्रॉ ऑन वंस फैंसी. See, we can also relate this word when I say you fancy something, or maybe we can try to understand it. When we talk about fantasy, we can somewhat relate it to that to remember it. ठीक है? So it's not really related to आप understand कर रहे हो, knowledge, किसी चीज का knowledge या skill. So you can just say that it is use one's imagination, draw on one's fancy. ठीक है, फैंसी करना, फैंटेसी एंड ऑल, उससे रिलेट कर सकते हैं. सो योर आंसर वुड बी सी, इमेजिनेशन. मेक नो बोन्स अबाउट, हैव नो हेजिटेशन इन, हैव नो फेथ इन, डिमांड कंपनसेशन फॉर और हैड प्रॉब्लम्स इन. हम्म. हैव नो फेथ इन. के सबका ऐसे बी क्यों है? So, guys, it's actually an expression used when we talk of, like, if we talk of Britishers, okay, and they usually have these soups, okay, तो सूप में कई बार क्या होता है, if there is some kind of bone that comes, ठीक है, आप सूप पी रहे हो और कोई बोन आ गया, ठीक है, तो आप क्या करोगे, तो ऑब्वियसली यू विल ऑब्जेक्ट ना कि देखो देखो मेरे सूप में देयर इज अ बोन, राइट, सूप पीते पीते if obviously something comes, right, any kind of substance or anything, so you will definitely, what do you call, you will definitely be objectionable, या whatever. So उसको हम relate करेंगे, now the expression is make no bones about. So वहां पे objection से relation आप क्या कर सकते हो कि have no hesitation in, ठीक है, makes bone about, that means you have some kind of objection or some kind of hesitation as we say, तो इसको आप relate करके you would say make no hesitation in. So it's not related to problems, demand or faith, actually related to hesitation. Make no bones about, मतलब आप hesitation नहीं है, आपको कुछ भी बोलना है तो बोलोगे उस चीज के बारे में, right? So that would be the answer. Keep one's wig on. Hold on to one's wig so it won't fall off. Get another haircut. Calm down. Or take off one's wig. Yeah, it's a expression. It's an expression which is usually related to the old, like older times, when men specifically they used to wear wigs, right? Or we can say shirts. So we can, like, whenever people fight with each other, right? They duel with each other or something like that. They usually take off their shirts or maybe their wigs, right? Because it will fall off. ठीक है, तो अगर आप क्या बोल रहे हो, क्यों, बिकॉज उसमें एंगर होता है कहीं ना कहीं, देर इज सम सॉर्ट ऑफ एंगर, सो आप शर्ट उतार दोगे, ये उतार दोगे, है ना, बट यहाँ पे क्या बोला गया, कीप वंस विग ऑन, सो दैट मीन्स यू जस्ट हैव टू बी काम, ओके, काम एंड कलेक्टेड एज वी से. तो आपने विग ऑन रखा है, विग ऑफ मतलब कुछ आप ऐसा लड़ाई झगड़ा या जो भी, ठीक है, सो दैट वुड बी द आंसर. नॉट रिलेटेड टू, इतना लिटरल नहीं होना है, ठीक, तो सी हो जाएगा इसका आंसर, करेक्ट. नेक्स्ट पे चलेंगे. टू क्राई वुल्फ, टू गिव फॉल्स अलार्म, टू शाउट vehemently, टू टर्न पेल और टू लिसन ईगरली. टू लिसन ईगरली, करेक्ट. क्या हो गया. ये तो आई गेस, ये तो एक्चुअली शेपर्ड वाली स्टोरी से रिलेटेड है, व्हेन द शेपर्ड वुड yell at the top of his voice, wolf wolf, right, to basically the person was not being honest. He was just giving a false alarm, right? So it's actually related, when to cry wolf is actually means you are giving a false alarm. There's not actually something, but ऐसे false alarm दूसरों को दे रहे हो, परेशान कर रहे हो. So you are not shouting, you are not listening eagerly, or you are not turning pale. It's just related to you giving false alarm. ठीक, correct. Absolutely correct. Picking holes. When do we pick holes? Admiring people, finding fault, criticizing people, or arguing with people.
मैम फाइंडिंग फॉल्ट.
Hmm. Yeah, when we actually pick holes, it is when you pick holes, it is not, it doesn't have any positive meaning, first of all. So we can't say admiring people. You're not actually criticizing people, you're just finding faults. आप उसमें बस ऐसी गलतियां निकालने लग जाते हो, कुछ भी आपको मिल रहा है. Not particularly people. ठीक है, so you're not even arguing. It is actually related to you finding faults. Correct. Correct. Absolutely right. Very good. Next पे चलते हैं. To cast aspersion. To act as the pillar of support. To raise aspirations. To make unpleasant remark. Or to dissolve all the differences. हम्म। ओहो। Yeah, guys, because when I say the word explosion itself, even if you know the literal meaning, you will get it right, okay? So it's not a word related to acting as pillar of support की बात नहीं करते, कोई aspiration नहीं है, you want to do something in life or whatever, या फिर आप किसी difference को dissolve या खत्म करने की बात नहीं कर रहे, we are just talking about aspersion. So aspersion is again itself related to some unpleasant remark as we say, ठीक है? किसी के लिए आपने unpleasant remark दिया, ठीक है, तो उसको हम बोल सकते हैं एक्सपोजन, करेक्ट। चलो नेक्स्ट पे चलते हैं। टू कीप अप वंस अपीयरेंसेस, टू मेक पब्लिक अपीयरेंसेस नाउ एंड देन, टू मेंटेन वंस लुक्स एंड अपीयरेंस, टू कीप अप एन आउटवर्ड शो ऑफ प्रोस्पेरिटी, और टू मेक इट appear that one is not concerned. Hmm. To keep up one's appearance in society, some people do this even if they are going through some kind of financial crunch, as we say, or some kind of problem or dismay, something is happening in their life. They try to keep up, this outward show that, everything is fine and we are still prospering, right? So when you keep up an outward show, even if something is going not very well for you, right? Usually it's related to maybe money. राइट, सो उस हिसाब के आपका आंसर सी होना चाहिए। वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट यू मेकिंग एनी पब्लिक अपीयरेंसेस और you being a celebrity or whatever, not looks or appearance, just trying to fabricate this story of about your life कि सब कुछ सही है, you are just trying to appear a certain way. हाँ, you want to just conceal the reality of your life, right? So this would be the answer. Absolutely correct. Very good. At the drop of the hat, as soon as it was spoken, done easily, comma, without any preparation, done in an instant, after something is done. Hmm. Guys, basically, when we say that somebody does something at the drop of the hat, it actually means that things come naturally to them, okay? Like they don't need to necessarily prepare for it, like they don't hesitate. Because कुछ लोग ऐसा nature होता है, like they are naturally very emotional, as we say. So if I say that I cry at the drop of the hat, it means that I can do it easily. I don't need to prepare for it because it's something which comes naturally to me. So it's with everyone because every human being is different. Okay, so you do things without hesitation. It's something which is like, innate to you, as we say. Right? So done easily and without any preparation. You don't need to prepare for it because that's how it is. Right? So we are not talking about as soon as it was spoken or done in an instant. ठीक है, एक ही मिनट में कर दिया, just done easily because it comes naturally to you. ठीक, so ये हो जाएगा। हाँ, B would be the answer, correct. Beyond the black stump, beyond the limits of settled comma and therefore civilized life, beyond one's ambitions, beyond the limits of tolerance, or beyond one's capabilities. It's actually related to settlements, guys, because when we talk about boundaries, तो boundaries के relation में ना इसको काफी use किया जाता है, beyond the black stump. Yeah, okay. So, guys, basically, the meaning would be when I say beyond the black stuff, that means beyond the limits of settled and therefore civilized life. Okay, so basically, if I talk about the outskirts of maybe like a whatever, like there's a town or whatever, right? So if I talk about the boundary, so there would be like a settled life and civilized, and then if I talk about border ka dusra part, like the other side, then it might be uncivilized. So it's actually related to some kind of settlement, as we say. So the answer can't be tolerance, ambition, or capabilities. It's actually related to this A. Correct. नेक्स्ट पे चलते हैं. To shake the pagoda tree. So what would be the answer? To do a deep roughly, to gain a fortune in an easy way, to own responsibility, or to refuse to act accordingly. Yeah, again, when I say the word pagoda tree, it's actually related to fortune because it used to be imprinted on coins, as we say when we talk about the time of colonial, basically when India was a colony, है ना? So we can relate this term to fortune. Yes. So it's not related to deep, roughly responsibility or act accordingly. Right? So it would be fortune, to gain a fortune in an easy way. Correct. Absolutely right. Next पे चलेंगे. Lock, stock and barrel. Okay, partially, completely, financially or administratively. Hmm. Yeah, because when I talk about lock, stock and barrel, तो ये पूरा जो आपका गन रहता है उसका पार्ट रहता है एक्चुअली. बैरल, स्टॉक जहां से यू एक्चुअली काइंड ऑफ फिक्स इट, ठीक है, उसका फिर लॉक रहता है. तो ये इसमें क्या होगा, कंप्लीट आप उसका वो बोल सकते हो. तो इट्स नॉट पार्शियल, फाइनेंस और एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव, इट्स एक्चुअली कंप्लीट थिंग. राइट. सो कंप्लीटली होता है उसका मतलब. यस. हाँ. So like you include all the parts of it, na? So it should be lock, stock and barrel, all the parts. So completely. चलो नेक्स्ट पे चलेंगे. या duck in a thunderstorm. Peaceful, distressed, entrapped or timid. Hmm. Because see, when we talk about any, what do you call? Because when we talk about any duck, when it comes to a thunderstorm, तो वो हमेशा related होता है कि बहुत ही ज़्यादा under stress, lot of anxiety, distress as we say, है ना? So that would be the answer. It's not related to your entrapped or trapped or peaceful or timid as we say, submissive जैसा. So distressed. ठीक है? Duck in a thunderstorm. So that would be the answer. Absolutely correct. Very good. Next पे चलेंगे. To chew the end. When do you chew the end? When you are really annoyed? When you cut the end? When you start something new or when you think deeply? I guess we can also relate it to our own lives. Like when if we talk about thinking, like some people have this habit when they are really thinking about something, है ना? So what do? Is they start chewing the insides of their mouth, right? If you guys have observed, so we can maybe relate it to that. Ki when you think deeply, right? You start chewing the insides of your mouth or something like that, right? You're thinking about something. So we can say when you really think deeply of something, so you're not starting something new, cutting something or annoying. You're just thinking deeply, right? Absolutely correct. So that would be the correct. Yeah, different people have different habits. Like when they really think of something, they do various things. Yeah, some people chew their pens and pencils also, which is kind of weird. Okay. To be like a cat on hot bricks, to have a high opinion on oneself, to reveal a secret by mistake, to feel very nervous, to enjoy oneself and behave with greater freedom. This one is really easy because when I say that a cat is on hot bricks, and I guess there's one more expression that we use, that cat is on terrace or something, as far as I remember. So they both are related. Yeah, so basically it means when you are feeling really nervous, you are like a cat on hot bricks, right? Hot है बहुत ही ज्यादा bricks, so you are really nervous. ठीक है, so obviously आपका opinion आपके बारे में, or it's not really high, you are not revealing, you are just really nervous. Okay, so you are like a cat on hot bricks. Absolutely correct. So C would be the answer. Correct. Next, to separate the sheep from the goats, to sort out the old from the new, to become less shy and more confident, to use complicated language that is difficult to understand, to distinguish good people from bad people. Okay, this particular expression actually comes from Bible, so we use it in that context to separate sheep from the goats. Hmm. So basically, when we separate sheep from the goats, what we are trying to do is we are trying to distinguish between good people and bad people. Right? So that's what we do. Absolutely correct. Yeah, so not related to old, new, confidence, complicated, actually related when you try to separate the sheep from the goats. Absolutely correct. Very good. नेक्स्ट पे चलते हैं. A thin time. What would be a thin time? An uncertain or risky situation, an unconvincing excuse, a period of satisfaction, or a period of unpleasantness, poor health, or lack of money. We can also relate it to thick and thin, through thick and thin, as we say. Hmm. Okay, guys, so absolutely right. When I say thin time, what we need to remember is it's a word related to basically a kind of a bad time. ठीक है? When you feel a lot of unpleasantness or this lack of money or poor health. So basically nothing is going your way, as we say. So that would be your thin time. So it's not related to risky situation, excuse or satisfaction, just related to D. Absolutely correct. Great. Next पे चलेंगे. To have a bee in one's bonnet, to constantly worry about something, to be continually occupied with or obsessed by one thing or idea, to feel a physical discomfort because of nervousness, or to have an edge over other contenders in a competition. Okay, guys. So when we talk about to have a hmm, hmm, okay, great आंसर्स तो आ रहे हैं देख okay. Okay, guys, see, what we need to remember is when we talk of to have a bean once bonnet. Okay, let's try to talk about its origin. So when we talk about that you have a bean once bonnet. So a person who is like a caretaker of these bees, if he goes to the beehive, okay, and the person usually wears a bonnet, okay. Obviously they have to wear a bonnet, otherwise it's not gonna be very good. तो अगर आपने बोनेट पहना हुआ है एंड somehow some like one of the bees enters your bonnet, so you will continually think of it ना कि अच्छा कब ये निकलेगी, कब ये मेरे बोनेट से बाहर निकलेगी. So you are constantly occupied with the same idea, या फिर मतलब आप उससे obsessed हो कि कब 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 continually आप उस पे ध्यान नहीं दे पाओगे. You won't be able to focus on that beehive. You'll continually focus on that particular thing कि how should I get it out of my bonnet? So you're not really worrying, you're just constantly occupied with the same thought. Okay, you're obsessed with that thought for like momentary hoga chai, but you will be continually occupied with the same thing, right? Even if you're working. So, right, absolutely correct. Next पे चलेंगे. To be like the cat that stole the cream, to feel guilty of doing something wrong, to be afraid of the consequences of one's wrongdoing, to look very pleased with or proud of oneself, to present for one's mistake. Great. Let's check YouTube के बच्चे also. Uh, mm, mm, mm. Yeah, guys, absolutely right. When we say to be like the cat that stole the cream, that means obviously you're not feeling guilty because you got the cream of something. Because जब हम बोलते हैं कि you got the cream, so it usually is related to you got the good of it. So that means you're really pleased or proud of yourself, okay? Because you got something real good. है ना, कोई चीज अगर क्रीम होती है किसी चीज की तो इट्स द फाइनेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ इट ना. सो यू आर जस्ट वेरी प्लीज्ड और प्राउड ऑफ योरसेल्फ कि ओके आई गॉट द क्रीम और वट एवर, यू गॉट द बेस्ट. सो एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. Fast and loose, behave in an unreliable and insincere way, has a loose tongue, lives a life of ease and luxury, does not know how to behave himself. Hmm. Fast and loose is actually related to somebody's behavior. Okay. Uh, it's actually a term used for games where we have that loop. ठीक है. So when the shopkeeper is behaving in an unreliable or unsincere way, so like you have to fasten it around an object ना जो वो loop रहता है. So, but what they usually do is because they try to rig you, क्योंकि obviously अगर वो आप उसको what do you call आपका वो जो लूप है उसमें फंस जाएगा तो उनको तो वो रिग हो जाएंगे ना, मतलब कितने लोगों का फंसेगा फिर तो उसमें जो भी ऑब्जेक्ट या जो भी रहता है. So what they do is they try to dupe people. So whenever somebody is behaving in an unreliable or insincere way, that's when we say fast and loose. ठीक है, बिकॉज दे लूज इट, जो भी उनका वो लूप रहता है उसको वो लूज कर देते हैं जिससे कि आप उसको अच्छे से पकड़ ना पाओ. ठीक है, दैट्स देयर ट्रिक. ठीक है, जैसे मैजिशियंस करते हैं. सो बिहेव इन एन अनरिलायबल वे, इट्स नॉट रिलेटेड टू यू टॉकिंग अ लॉट, कुछ भी बोल रहे हैं, या फिर यू बीइंग एट रेस्ट, ईज, लग्जरी, whatever. So just behaving in unreliable or insincere way. Absolutely correct. No love lost between two neighbors. Okay. Close friendship, cool indifference, intense dislike, or a love-hate relationship. Hmm. Great. Hmm. So when we talk, no, no, see, because when I say no love lost between two neighbors, it is actually related to when you have that, intense dislike for someone. अगर हम लोग ऐसा बोल देंगे कि close friendship है तो that would be completely opposite. Cool indifference भी नहीं हो सकता because indifference में तो you are not even concerned जैसा. Love hate relationship में there's still love, right? So it is actually intense dislike when you are not cool at all. Correct. Chalo, next. Tread on the toes. To give offense to them, to follow them grudgingly, to treat them indifferently, or to be kicked by them. Uh, yeah, when we talk about tread on the toes, अगर आप किसी के toes पर tread कर रहे हो, so it is kind of considered like an offense. Okay, आप उनको offend कर रहे हो because if you step on somebody's toes also, so it's usually related to मतलब it's kind of an offense only and it's not considered very nice or very good or very polite as we say. So if you tread on somebody's toes, that means you give offense to them. If I say I don't want to tread on my parents' toes, that means I don't want to offend my parents in any way. Right? So that would be the answer. You are not talking about any kind of grudge that you have against someone, or you are treating them with indifference, you don't care about them, or being kicked by them. Obviously, that's not at all the answer. So to give offense to them. ठीक. नेक्स्ट पे चलते हैं. हैंगिंग फायर, गोइंग ऑन स्लोली, हॉटली डिबेटेड, स्टक अप, इग्नोर्ड. We can maybe relate this to a game if there is some kind of fire that is hanging over you. So you will obviously try to be very cautious. अरे ये क्या हो गया? वाह, मतलब ये तो कमाल ही हो गया। 1 मिनट रुको। ओके गाइज, इसका आंसर दो फिर ये। आंसर दिखा दिया मैंने। क्या ही बोलूं, एनीवे। चलो उसको डिस्कस तो कर ही सकते हैं। Anyway, so basically, when we say hanging fire, so you will try to be really cautious ना। अगर आपके पास ऐसा फायर ऐसा लटक रहा है कुछ भी, तो it's not something which is hotly debated, stuck up. Obviously, stuck up लोग कैसे होते हैं? They are just full of themselves. जो भी बहुत ही stuck up है, ignored. So it's related to when you are going on slowly. So that would be the answer, correct. नेक्स्ट पे चलेंगे। टू बी फुल ऑफ वन सेल्फ काफी इजी है। टू बी वेरी नियर टू अ डेंजर, टू बी आउट ऑफ डेंजर, टू ट्राई टू डिसीव और टू बी कंसीटेड। हम्म। Yeah, we call some people that, we say to people that you are so full of yourself. It actually means that they are really conceited, मतलब बोलते हैं ना, they have so like they have high self regard जैसा बोलते हैं, really high regards for themselves actually, they are really conceited, right? और self centered भी बोल सकते हैं। So that's what we use it for, full of oneself. Hmm. So not related to deception, danger, just being conceited. Correct. Next, stew in his own juice. Make a stew, boil, suffer in his own juice, or suffer for his own act. Mm. Okay, great. Great. Yeah, stew can is a word which can be related to a dish also, and again it can be related to some kind of suffering or some kind of anxiousness. जैसे कि वो बोलते हैं ना, अपने जाल में तो वो खुद ही फंस गए, or something like that. It's used in Hindi also. So when I say stew in his own juice, it's an expression related to when you suffer for your own act. आपने जो भी किया उसका आपको खुद ही हर्जाना अभी भरना पड़ रहा है, right? You are suffering whatever for, like it's like karma. Right. So D would be the correct answer. Suffer his own juice तो बिल्कुल ही गलत है. Boil, you are not making any stew literally. You are just suffering because आपके कर्म ही ऐसे हैं. ठीक? So absolutely correct. Okay. Have a conniption fit, to be very angry, to be very happy, to be very sad, or to be a jubilant person. Hmm. Great. Okay. Hmm. See, conniption is a word related to some kind of. Wait. Hmm. Actually, conniption is a word related to when I say somebody is really jubilant, that means like they are really overjoyous. है ना? So jubilant नहीं होता because conniption is a word related to somebody, rage जैसा बोलते हैं, rage या कुछ गुस्सा. So उस हिसाब से इसका आंसर should be A because conniption itself, conniption fit like rage. So that would be the answer. Correct. Yellow journalism, paid storytelling, government reporters published on yellow colored papers, writing in newspaper that try to influence people's opinion by using strong language and false information, journalism which agrees completely with the policies of the government and capitalists. It's like sensationalism भी use किया जाता है. Yellow journalism is all about sensationalism, right? So, okay. Great guys, great. सब सही आंसर दे रहे हैं. हम्म. हाँ सही है. Great. Yeah, because when I say yellow journalism, it's not actually related to somebody is paying you for storytelling. Okay. We are not just talking about storytelling or government reports published on yellow colored papers. तो ये तो बिल्कुल ही गलत है. It should be because it's related to sensationalism. So it is writing in newspaper that try to influence people opinion by using strong language. मतलब आप उसको strong language या इस तरीके से मसाला लगा के try to give false information, you fabricate it. Yeah, we can definitely use it for media a lot, right? So that's what it is, okay? Writing in newspaper. When you try to influence people and fabricate stories which are utterly like bizarre, बोलते हैं ना baseless होती हैं बिल्कुल, लेकिन इस तरीके से उनको fabricate किया जाता है, right? So that would be the हाँ, मसाला लगा के एकदम अच्छे से. Correct. To scoop the pool, to fall down, to win all the money staked in gambling, to be about to die, or to break into pieces. Hmm. Yeah, right. Because when I say that you scoop the pool, it's actually related to when you win all the money you staked in gambling. You scooped the pool, completely scoop कर दिया आपने उसको. ठीक, so absolutely right. Not related to falling down, dying or breaking into pieces. Just you winning everything. तो आपके तो मजे आ गए that situation. Correct. ठीक है, next पे चलेंगे. Lull before the storm. Feeling the affection, calm before some violent event, orderly arrangement of anything, or unprecedented happenings. And I guess there's some similar I don't know मुहावरा or some kind of saying in Hindi also कि ये तो तूफान से आने आने क्या बोलते हैं तूफान से पहले आने वाली शांति something I guess there is if I'm not wrong. So it's similar to that, calm before some violent event. So lull before lull मतलब there's no activity, there's nothing really happening. It's just all calm, बहुत ही शांति है आपके आसपास. ठीक है. So yes, lull before the storm. It's not affection, obviously orderly manage arrangement or unprecedented मतलब जो पहले सोचा ना गया हो, देखा ना गया हो happening. It is related to some calmness, which related to before some violent event will occur. So absolutely right. B would be the answer. Correct. Okay, let's move on to the next one. A Judas kiss. Affirmation of friendship despite differences. Neutralized propaganda. A daydream or act of betrayal, especially one disguised as a gesture of friendship. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, see, first of all, this word is actually related to friendship. Okay. It's not related to some kind of propaganda that I have to influence people to my advantage or whatever. Okay, so it's not related to that. It's actually related to Christianity when Judas was a friend of uh, what do you call, say, Jesus, and he kissed him to basically inform the people who were there to arrest him. Okay, so that तो क्या हुआ उन्होंने वहां पे उस सिचुएशन में he basically betrayed his own friend. Okay, so act of betrayal, especially, so he basically kissed him before, right before he betrayed him, right? So act of betrayal, especially one disguised as a gesture of friendship, as we say. So that's what we call as Judas kiss, because it's an act of betrayal, as we say. So it's not related to any affirmation of friendship, because that would somewhat be positive. You are just affirming of friendship despite आपके बीच differences. It's just betrayal. ठीक. To be down on one's luck. This is really easy. To be in bad plight, to bid goodbye, to suit one's purpose, or to be enamored of. Hmm. I guess it's a very common expression that we have to be down on one's luck. So obviously you are not bidding anyone goodbye, or nothing is actually suiting your purpose, or you are not really in love with someone. Okay, enamored of, basically you love someone. ठीक है, that attraction that you have. ठीक, so वो भी नहीं होगा. इसका आंसर होना चाहिए टू बी इन बैड प्लाइट, मतलब बहुत ही आपके लिए मिजरेबल सिचुएशन हो गई, इट्स नॉट रियली गुड फॉर यू. सो टू बी इन बैड प्लाइट, एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. नेक्स्ट पे चलते हैं. टू प्ले द गेम. टू एक्ट ऑनरेबली, टू वेट फॉर समथिंग फेवरेबल, टू बी एनक्लोज association, or to support one's wrong action. Hmm. Okay. Okay, first of all, when we say to play the game, this is actually related to when you are trying to act honorably. Like whatever I'm going to do is going to be with utter honesty, or I'm going to act honorably. Okay? So it's not related to you're waiting for something favorable or something which is close, like close association, or you're supporting one's wrong action. You are just trying to act honorably. Okay? To play the game. Okay, guys. So that would be the answer. Dip one's pen in gall. Seek support from others by one's writing. Take decisive action to put an end to an undesirable situation. Write spitefully or stay calm despite provocations. Hmm. Okay.
Ma'am, can you please show the last question, last slide one?
Stay calm despite provocations. Like, you are trying to stay calm even if people are trying to instigate you, or they are trying to get some kind of reaction.
Mhm. I was asking the last slide. Mm.
Acha, you are asking. Oh, my bad then. Yeah, what were you asking? I didn't get it. You want me to tell you the meaning?
No, I just missed the answer, so
Oh, okay, 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 guys. Okay, guys. So when I talk about the word goal itself, it has a negative connotation. Okay, it basically is related to some kind of bad behavior, or we can also say spite. So when you write to someone out of spite, as we say, okay, so you are not trying to seek any support. You are not take decisive action to put an end. No, no, no. You are not being very cooperative. You are just writing to be someone out of spite, as we say. So you are not being calm, just you're writing spitefully. That's what we say. Okay? To say one's last word, to emerge to be wise, to say one's last word, to keep a promise, or to give a final opinion. See, it says to save one's last word. Save one's last word. When you say that I want to have a word with you, you usually talk to them. And when you say to someone that I would save one's last word, that means you give your final opinion. That you know what, we had our discussion, and this is what I ultimately think. Right? So this is going to save one's last word. So you had a word, you come to a conclusion. That's your final opinion. Okay? That's what it is. Period. Nothing else. Right? So D would be the answer. चलो नेक्स्ट पे चलते हैं. Chickens come home to roost. A state of indecisiveness. One's past mistakes or wrongdoings will eventually be the cause of present troubles. A state of extreme tiredness or a state of certainty. Yeah, because it's a term which is usually related to, like, if we talk about chickens, what they do is, like, no matter where they go, what they do is they always come around, like they always come back to their parents. So if you have done something bad, or if you have done some kind of mistake, okay, so it will eventually come around and it will trouble you. So one's past mistake or wrongdoing will eventually be the cause of present troubles, like it shows up, right? So it's chickens come home because they always come back to their parents. That's what they say. Right. So the answer would be B. Absolutely correct. Next, to feel one's way. Okay, when do you feel one's way? To retain with oneself, to proceed cautious as to avoid risk and dangers, to prepare on estimate, or to demand something. To feel one's way. Yeah, correct. Correct. So basically, guys, when you feel one's way, it means to proceed cautiously so that you can avoid risk and dangers. You are not trying to retain or keep anything with oneself or prepare an estimate. You're just trying to be really cautious. Absolutely right. So this would be the answer. Correct. Ride the high horse, become abnormal, appear arrogant, indulge in dreams, or hate others. Like we say in Hindi also to our friends maybe कि झाड़ से थोड़ा नीचे उतर आओ, right? और sometimes we say कि ज्यादा झाड़ पे मत चढ़ाओ, या फिर उससे नीचे आ जाओ, right? If somebody becomes, like, arrogant sometimes. So when you ride the high horse, that means you have become arrogant. ऊपर चले गए, आप कुछ ज्यादा ही हवा में हो. एक मिनट. Right? You really, when you ride the high horse, you mean you appear to be really arrogant. ठीक है, चलो लास्ट क्वेश्चन करते हैं. टू शो वन अप. When do you show one up? Or when you demand something to reveal someone's true nature. Sorry, it should be someone's true nature, to reveal everyone, or to speak the truth plainly. Yes, absolutely right, guys. When you say that to show one up, it actually means that you have revealed someone's true nature or how they are as people to everyone. आपने उनका पर्दाफाश कर दिया. That's how you show one up. Okay, so you are not demanding revealing everyone को तो reveal नहीं करे. Just someone. Okay, or speak the truth plainly. B would be the answer. So absolutely correct. Okay, guys, so you did pretty well today again. So abhi class khatam ho gaya. We are done with the questions for today. In the next class, we'll be starting off with a new topic altogether. Fill in the blanks की कल first class होगी तो वहां पे आप लोगों से मुलाकात होगी. ठीक है. सिर्फ if anyone has any question, they can ask, or we will just quickly conclude the session. सबको जय हिंद. And do not forget to check out the page of SSB Crack Exam for more help. ठीक है. ठीक है, guys. So take care of yourself.